Hi there, KV Core users. This is Annalisa, and I wanted to show you how you can create a smart campaign to trigger when a custom text code lands on your dashboard. This is pretty groovy. So the first thing you're going to do is click Add Campaign, and you're going to do that via the Marketing Autopilot. So that's this little paper airplane. If you want to see the words, just click these three little bars just at the top left to expand that menu out. So you're going to click into Marketing Autopilot and jump into Smart Campaigns by clicking Start a Campaign. Now, to build this, we're just going to click Add a Campaign on the upper right-hand side, and we're going to choose the scope. Now, if you're just a single agent, of course, you're going to choose yourself, but if you're an admin or an office admin, company admin, you may want to choose the scope if you're going to build this for the whole company, for specific offices, or for a specific agent. So I'm just going to choose myself in this scenario. Now, what I want is when this text code lands on a lead that's new, from a tracked call, which is going to be the custom text code that's going to be dialed in via your smart number, that's that tracked call, I want something to trigger. So I'm going to add a trigger. So I want when the hashtag is Warwick Sellers, I want this campaign to trigger. And I can click Next. So right now we're creating a new campaign, which is basically that hard shell like a taco that's going to hold all the tasty goodness inside. That's going to be the templates we're going to drop into this campaign. So we're creating the shell, and then we're going to create all of the content that shoots out to those contacts within via those templates. So let's go ahead and click Next. And the system is going to take us from campaign logic up at the top to designed for, set details, and review and add across the top. Now it's saying, well, who is this really designed for? Who do we want this to trigger on? I choose a buyer, and then I'm going to go to Next, and I'm going to name this Warwick Sellers hashtag campaign. And then I can just put in a description like this will trigger when the hashtag Warwick Sellers lands. And it's going to trigger a text smart campaign. And from here, I can say, do I want it to always run? Do I want to apply it myself? Do I want to lock it so nobody else can edit this? Or do I want to leave it open? And then I can click Next, and it's going to prop us over to review. And then we can look at adding the name of the new campaign in and then dropping the templates into place. So now we can review this. We can say, all right, it is designed for Annalisa the agent. It's for agents, and it's going to trigger when Warwick Sellers lands for buyers. The name of the campaign is Warwick Sellers hashtag campaign text, and here's why, what's going to happen when it does land, and I have it set as an always run whenever this lands. So now I can click Add Campaign, and the system might take a moment, but it's going to add this campaign name into my library here. Now it might take a moment to populate, so I'm just going to go ahead and refresh and reload my screen here just to see that it helped it pop along. So we can see here it's updated for my Warwick Sellers hashtag campaign text. That's my first campaign here. And I have it as triggering on the Warwick Sellers. Here's the tag it's going to trigger on for buyers. So now I need to create the different touches we're going to have for this particular smart campaign. And those touches are the templates that you place into the smart campaign, and those are actually what triggers. So we created the shell. Now we're going to add the tasty goodness into this campaign. So what I did is I created some templates for this campaign via templates here at the top. And basically, I just clicked Add Template, SMS Template, and I called these, I believe it was Warwick Sellers, and I'll just call this Text Day 7. And I'll assign it to myself. And then this is what I would send to the, to the contact. So maybe it's, I'm sending you listings, any questions, whatever you want to send this person to try and get their name, their email, get them on listing alerts and so forth. So then I can add the template, and this is going to add a template of which then I can drop into my smart campaign for a text. Now, if I want to see all of the text campaign templates in this library, I can click on text message here across the top, and I can put in Warwick because that's what I named all of mine. And I can see I have 4 of these set up. One of them is going to launch within, I've designed it to launch within the first minute that it lands, day 2, text 2, day 1, text 3, day 5, and then a text on day 7. And I can keep adding these as much as I would like to. Now we need to drop these into a campaign. So I'm going to go back to my campaign library and click into the campaign. And it'll, again, let you verify what is set up here. And I'm going to go ahead and activate that. And I'm going to click Add Action at the top right. And now I can click SMS. And I can go into Select and just type in what I called these templates and drop in my text 1 minute in. So now I can choose to view the template. I can leave it blank if I know what it says, and I can say I want this to go from the agent to the contact. I want it to run immediately, so the moment it hits, I want it to go, or maybe I want it to wait a minute, an hour, a day. I can actually click in and say, well, actually, you know what? Let's give that 5 minutes of living on the dash before it triggers, or 1 minute of living on the dash before it triggers. Or I could say, hey, let's just get that sucker out of there immediately. So you have options here, and then you can just click Add. Oh, and I have to give it a name. I always forget that part. It always gets me. So don't be like me. Get that name in there. And add. So now I have immediately this Warwick Seller 1 minute text is going to go from the agent to the contact. Now, if I want to add in my next one, I just click Add Action, SMS, go to my template, keyword search my template, and I'm going to go to text 2, day 1. And then I can say I need this to run on day 1. Add. And of course, I have to name it, which is always my downfall. And then press Add. And then you can build in as many of these as you like. If we go back to the campaigns, the page will refresh. And now when we look at this Warwick Sellers hashtag campaign text, it tells you what it is, when it starts, and then it tells you so far we have text channels open only. And so far there are 2 touches added to the campaign. Any questions, please pop down to the bottom right-hand side of your dashboard and chat with support, or check out our technical support portal by clicking on this question mark on the bottom left-hand side of your dash, or check out our learning portal, which is where all of our tutorials live that are available 24/7, 365. Have a great day.